information or conversions. I'm not trying to forcefully change anyone anymore. I tend to stop going to many of the protests of my younger days as my primary form of activism. I still admire the skills and methods. However, sometimes I need to do it in more poetic and performative ways. I'm letting myself be affected, altered, and modified by the world around me. Changed as exposed to the political climate, the climate that is gradually and dramatically changing like the seasons and the storms these past few weeks. My politics are still radical and passionate, yet sometimes more guarded. My battles are picked more carefully, my time is more reserved. I'm no longer trying to get majority white school or institutions to be anti-racist and feminist through one campaign alone. I do not want to be the leader of all struggles. Yet I will not stop having my say. My parents and grandparents and ancestors have worked far too hard for us to stop now. I understand that many of us just want to drink the Coca-Cola, just want to fit in, not disrupt all the status quo and the benefits that we learn from. But even in our desires for comfort and the familiar, there's the change of exchange. Vote now, then push for what you really want in January. Push for more rights for immigrants, gays, prisoners, poor folks, healthcare, women. Push and keep on pushing Chicago, DC, and the world. Push back as we continue to be pushed out. This is a powerful moment where we can vote not only for a president, but an entire family running a nation who look more like the majority of its people. I've never seen a more loving father or husband in a position of power, and that is transformative. As I stand here in Chi-Town 4 years later, I want not just the hope and dream that looks so pretty, but I recognize the complicated realities that we need to keep on voting and changing together, not as two, but as millions, to make things right. It takes 2 terms, people to enact change and constant pressure to make sure all of these realities become realities for all.
Smoke you. I smoke you too. Another one down. Another day.
the most human class of all. You have invited me to speak today because I love you. It is not what you expected from a political candidate, but I didn't expect to get asked to speak at the end of the world. Think of yourselves as chosen. It's true in a way. You could be holding a gun, you could be dying wrapped by coughs with so many tubes, you could be tired of dying like that. It happens to some people. People, you know. There are women squeezing babies out of their loins such a moment and the lights go out. You never knew what happened. She didn't know what hit her. Some of you have watched a parent die. As they inch out of your world, you step up to the diving board of life. Imagine it, a broad one for all of you. In your little red cloaks, the candidates, all ready to walk out into the world to change it. To what? It's much too late. I'd like my check. I've got to go. Rodney King says we're stuck here. Are we? Need each other as much as you can bear, everywhere you go in the world.
Chess with my grandfather, and he would win. He would always win. He would take my queen out in 3 moves, and I would get so frustrated that I would take the first pawn that I saw. You know, I would open myself up, and I showed him my weakness. And he would say to me, if you were weak, I would let you win. Now, I thought that this would make me mad, but it didn't. You know, I valued the fact that he valued my insight. Chess was the closest thing to war that I knew before the fires and the regulation. And my home was filled with hope and respect for the future. But my home was my home. And my home was destroyed and left to burn with its memories. My home was my home, and it was mine, no one else's. My home.
My home was destroyed in the first wave of fires, when people still trusted the regulation. I was at school with my best friend Daniel when it happened. My mother and baby brother were burned in the fires, and my father has been missing ever since. Daniel and I escaped into the train, into the city where I had already been accepted to the university. No one knew that we shouldn't have been there, that we should have been killed in the fires, because no one knew what was going on. No one knew that they were burning homes in the countryside, and it became a criminal offense to mention such things, to speak the truth of injustice.
We had no money, and we had no such crop. If these burnings were for some greater cause, it was hidden from us. Hidden from everyone.
No one knew in the cities, and no one cared why this poor girl didn't have a home or family anymore. The world kept turning, and no one asked questions.
All I want is to put the name up on this wall. I am a vigilante artist. I am the mistress of midnight. I make paintings like women birth babies, everyday hard labor. I am trying. I'm trying to paint a world of rest in peace. Woo.
I can't help imagining that you will leave sooner or later. And it is fine if you have done it or need to do so. This whole town does look like whatever hope becomes when it wearies a little and wearies a little more. But hope deferred is still hope. I will pray you grow up a brave man in a brave country. I will pray you find a way to be useful. I will pray, and then I'll sleep.
I want to hold your hand, humanity. I want to feel the smooth skin of your palm against mine as we lace up our fingers tight as sweater threads. I want to grip, squeeze with just the right amount of pressure to stay together, and then walk for a while. I want to crush out on you, humanity, the way I crushed out on Stacy Henderson in the 8th grade. I want to wait all day just to see you standing in the hallway at school with blurring faces streaming by us. I want to smile at you and have my stomach start to kick around like a pair of sneakers in the dryer when you smile back at me. I want to date you, humanity. I want to take you to the Garfield Park Conservatory and make out with you in the Palm House. I want to feel that sticky air on our skin, watch the beads of sweat appear on your upper lip, and then kiss you. I want to fuck you, humanity. I want it to be organic, like maybe just as friends, we could go out dancing all night at the Funky Buddha Lounge and then eat late night burritos, and then you would come home with me, and as soon as the front door closes, you would have me penned up against the wall of my kitchen, peeling my clothes off, kissing every section of my skin. And there would be biting. Lots of biting. Would I use a condom with you, humanity? What if I contracted an STD from you? Or what if you got pregnant? Would we keep it? I want to see you in the morning, humanity. I want to roll over in bed and cradle your body from behind, smell the back of your neck, watch as you rise and brush your teeth, wonder about our future together. I want to trust you, humanity. Hand you my heart on the corner of California and Division, cut it out my chest, wrap it in soft cloth, and place it in your arms like a newborn baby. And I'll be scared. Scared to hand you my baby because I know you will make mistakes that make me hurt and heal, hurt again. But it will be okay because I want to believe you are divine. I want to recognize the divinity in you, humanity, even as I watch you make mistakes. I want to believe. But I know that we will argue, humanity. You will get distant and quiet, and I will overanalyze, and there will never be enough hours in the day to do all the things we want to do together. I'm starting to get the feeling that you've been lying to me, humanity. There are lots of unknown numbers on your cell phone, and sometimes you do not show up when you say you're going to be here. I want to break up with you, humanity. I want to scream at you Bronx style from my second floor window, telling you how much I love you, and as you walk away with your middle finger in the air, I want to tell you you're making the worst mistake of your life, tell you that this will all come back to haunt you, that this is the end. I want to say goodbye to you, humanity. I want to hear it from a mutual friend in a late night phone call that you are dead, that you overdosed in the basement of a crack house on the west side. I want to show up at your funeral in black wingtips and pour scotch on your grave as people scream and cry and faint. But 3 days later, I'll be there for your resurrection, humanity. I will be the one who finds the stone turned back, the shroud on the ground, and even then, I will still doubt. Even when I have poked fingers through your wounds, I will continue to doubt you, humanity. Because miracles only exist when there is doubt. Miracles cannot sustain unless someone, somewhere, does not believe. But I would like to believe in miracles, humanity. I would like to have faith. Maybe we could go slow. Can I hold your hand?
The genius child considers whiteness at Christmas time. What it means to be white at Christmas time in a city where it snows and every store plays holiday music to get your buying juices going. What it means to be white and free to keep unresolved the penetrating conundrum of your uniform face on billboards, your family smiling and frowning and thinking and negotiating on every channel. What it means to be white and soul too. What it means to be white and want soul too. What it means to be white and exonerated because nobody told you. But who did you tell? What it mean to be white and not have to tell nobody nothing? What it mean to be? What it mean to be white and tired of being called racist because your ancestors owned no niggers, and besides they came over after slavery had long ended? What it mean to have your picture taken at Ellis Island? What it mean to know your daddy 8 generations back? What it mean? What it mean to be a direct descendant of Richard the Lionheart or Joan of Arc? To have owned a summer home in 1938, to note the indelicacy of color pride, what it mean? What it mean to put color aside and have everybody believe you? That matters. What it mean to matter? What it mean to have achievement gaps working in your favor? What it mean to not be scared of police? What it mean to be scared of boys like me? What it mean to have penis envy? What it mean to manifest destiny? What you see when you look at an American flag? What you hear when you sing the national anthem? What it mean to be mad at Michael Vick for killing those dogs, but okay with Bush for letting New Orleans wait 3 days for water? What it mean? What it mean to have white guilt? What it mean to miss the good old days when the workers sang their happy songs in the fields? What it mean to be white and blackballed, blacklisted? What it mean to be white on Black Friday? What it mean to America? That was a good question. What it means to unparadoxically love Agatha Christie, Joseph Conrad, T.S. Eliot, Thomas Jefferson, Clarence Thomas, or Herman Cain. What it means to be white. What it means to be white and love black people. To be white and to love what you cannot see. What it means to be on the other side of the train tracks. To mold the arc of the moral universe with a second thought. What it means to have the answer to the problem I am. What it means to have the answer to every problem but one. What it means to not have to give a damn about all these problems. What it means to be able to forget. What it means to be representative of a failing nation and still be the envy of the world. What it means to name the planets after your gods. What it means to picture God as yourself on a holiday when every store plays White Christmas in a city that snows in winter, and to miss the irony completely.
Stop being scared. Stop doing all the crazy things you do. That ain't you. Stop wasting precious time now. Complaining about your circumstance. Believing that you're what you're going through. That ain't you. No. Don't you remember who you are? Don't you remember that even after all this time, please tell me why you don't know what you're here to Did you know that when I made you, you are pure love? Did you know when I made you, you are whole? Did you know that you are born of pure divinity? A true mystery to unfold. Fill your heart with love and door of hate. Focus your mind and meditate. Create yourself and start your life anew. And I guarantee the moment that you do, you'll introduce yourself to you. Oh, yes. Did you know that when God made you, you are pure love? Did you know when God made you, you are whole? Did you know that you are born of pure divinity? A true mystery to unfold. Share your world, don't you hesitate. Silence your mind and meditate. Don't be afraid to let the light shine through. And I guarantee the moment that you do, you'll introduce yourself to you.
the camera.
Peace, y'all.
This has been LetterToObama live from Chicago on November 4th, 2012. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope that we have something to celebrate on Tuesday night.